Hi everybody, Megan from Lines. I just wanted to make sure you saw this event that we are hosting on Sunday, February 21st at 4 p.m. with Devon Teuscher. Devon is going to do a Q&A over Zoom about that ugly elephant in the room of dance, which is body image, and that you maintain a certain physique for dance, which is, frankly, that you're very skinny, while at the same time being strong enough to dance for 8, 10, 12 hours a day and achieve these incredible feats with your body. This is a sort of balance that not all of us are able to just achieve naturally through our natural metabolism, and that has resulted in lots of issues in dance, from eating disorders to simply feeling depressed to very poor self-image, lack of self-confidence, that sort of thing. A lot of really harmful psychological stuff, right? It's bad. And I know of dancers who had incredible potential and were slated to go on to do amazing things, who were taken down by this issue of body image and, having a harmful eating disorder or something else that was destructive to their health, and they just couldn't go on. So that's really bad. And I thought that I would share my personal story about this, maybe to break the ice, to get more people interested and feeling courageous about attending this talk. You do not have to share your story in this event. You can just listen to Devon. You don't even have to turn your screen on if you don't want. But anyway, I remember when I was 12 or 13, I will never forget, I was coming back to ballet class after Christmas vacation, school Christmas break, and I was in class, totally happy, talking with my friends, and my teacher comes into the studio, looks at me, and screams across the entire studio in front of everybody, "You're looking chunky. Did you eat too much for Christmas?" From that moment on, my image about my body was forever changed. That was not the last time she would make a comment to me. It continued over all of my years there. I was certainly not the only one she was making these comments to, and my weight would go up and down a little bit as I could more successfully control what I was eating. But I would forever feel that my body was not good enough. I would feel incredibly self-conscious in class. I assumed that probably I couldn't make it as a dancer because I was too fat, too muscular, whatever. And, even after I left dance for a good 10, 12 years, that voice in my head saying that I was not skinny enough, I didn't have this ideal body type, was always there. So, in short, this became an obsession for me, and it did impact my eating in a very unhealthy way. And I remember through high school and college, I always felt hungry. I was always hungry because I would not let myself eat any fat, any sugar. I was depriving myself, and so as a result, I would eat too much of other kinds of food. And it just wasn't a good balance for my body. My body was not in a good place. My mind was not in a good place. It was just all bad. So the good news for me is that I have come to a place now in my 30s where I have a much balanced approach to it because I have more education around how I should approach this, and I've also let this voice go saying that I need to look a certain way. I'm much more accepting of myself. Also, the expectations within the dance world are starting to shift, which is wonderful, and more body types are starting to become accepted. That's great. We still have a lot more work to do. But Devon is somebody who has been in this world deeply immersed for her entire life. And I have spent enough time around Devon that I know that she eats normal food. I have seen her personally with my eyes eating food that has fat in it, that has sugar in it. I've seen her eating spaghetti and pizza and, whatever, regular food that a normal person would eat. And yet she is able to maintain this very fit, healthy, strong, in peak physical condition body, right? So she has figured out how to walk this line and do this. So Devon is going to share her expertise. She's going to share her story. She's going to give you some tips. She's there to be supportive. She's there to tell you that if you think you can't dance because of how your body looks, there's a very good chance that's not true at all. If you have questions for Devon, you can submit them anonymously. After you register for the class, I will send you a link where you can go online, submit your questions. No one will know they're yours. I'm going to send all of those questions to Devon ahead of time so that she can answer them. Or you can ask her live on the Zoom call. That will be an available option too. We are only asking for donations for this event, $5, $10, or $15, your choice, because we want this to be accessible for everyone. All right, so we really hope that you will come and join us and be part of this important discussion and hopefully get something out of it that can be helpful. Thanks, guys.